First of all, I was amazed with the Apple Vision Pro, and let me just repeat it to you again. It was magical. That's the experience that I can describe the Apple Vision Pro. It's the best headset that I have ever seen because first, there's a lot of sensors in it, right? Second, you just need to use your eyes and your hands for the input. Just look at it. It's like, for example, look at the Safari icon over there and just, this is in my lap. Just do this and then automatically it clicks, or it's like tapping on an application or on the menu on the iPad. There's no need to bring your fingers on top of you like on Minority Report. However, for zooming, it would be better to do it like this because it's more intuitive and more immersive if you do it in front of you. But for clicking, you just need to place it on your lap. No need to do it like on front of you. But basically, it was just amazing. It was just magical. The sensors, I was actually pretty amazed with it. Like, they can recognize my fingers that is placed on my lap. And as for the pass-through, it was the best pass-through video that I've seen. So what is pass-through? Basically, I got a headset on me, right? They're using the camera to see what is outside. So it's like, you could still see what is outside, mimicking everything, like for the sensors camera, basically the sensors that we have on the Vision Pro, that they can actually map everything on 3D and give you the best experience. Like, for example, this is a table. You could place whatever object that is on your application in the Vision OS, or you could just move your window or whatever. So if you move in your house, place a window on the living room, place another window on the bathroom, place another window on the kitchen. You could do that with the Vision Pro thanks to its advanced sensors, and that was the magical part of the Vision Pro. The eye tracking was 100% great. The calibration really helped on the Vision Pro, and I was actually amazed on how the experience and how the immersive it was. Like, whatever you're watching on the Apple YouTube channel, the demo or the preview of the Apple Vision Pro in there, it's actually on point. That is what I feel whenever I use the Apple Vision Pro, when I use the Apple Vision Pro at the Apple Store. Now, as for the UI and the ecosystem is very much similar to other Apple products. So if you've been using an iPad or the iPhone before, using this one won't, it's easy to adapt. Like, you have a UI in here, the applications, the icons. It's very similar to iOS, iPadOS, and macOS. Moving windows is pretty much similar on how you do it on the Mac, or rather on the iPad. Like, there's a window or there's a bar below the window. You just have to look at it and then just do this and hold and just look wherever you want to place, or just move your hands or wherever you want to place that window. The UI and the experience is so uniform on iOS, macOS, and iPadOS, which is why using the Vision OS for the first time for me is just walk in the park. I've only used the Photos app during the demo. Unfortunately, we only have 10 to 15 minute demo for the Vision Pro, but I was able to do a lot of things. So I was able to swipe on different photos, like do it like this, and then just basically swiping on different photos on the Photos app. Now, you can also do pinch to zoom. So I was doing it like this, and I was able to pinch to zoom on photos. It was so good, like it's so detailed because the display that we have on the Vision Pro is so great. It's the PPI in there. It's so like my mind is actually confused whether what I was looking was real or not, because like everything was so good in that. And during the demo, I was actually able to see videos that was recorded using the iPhone for the Vision Pro. Actually, when you use the iPhone, there's actually a button in there that is made for the Vision Pro recording. The 3D video recording on that, it is the most immersive 3D videos that I have ever seen. It really feels like I was in the room with a kid on a birthday video. It really feels like the kid was front of me along with the cake and everything. And again, the display is so great on the Vision Pro, which is why the immersiveness that I was feeling on the Vision Pro is just next level. It's definitely the next generation of computing, the one on the Vision Pro. And of course, having a nice video isn't complete without having a nice audio. I didn't use an AirPods Max, I didn't use an AirPods Pro 2, and yet the audio was so good. Whenever there's someone running in there or doing something in there, you could really feel on what direction, you could really hear on what direction that is, because the audio or the speakers on the Vision Pro is already great. It's actually excellent. So actually there was an application, something called like Immersive, and where there was a series of 8K 3D video with spatial audio that I was able to see using the Apple Vision Pro. So the first video, I still remember it. There was a woman walking in a rope, just a single rope on a cliff, and it feels like, okay, you're just beside her, and whenever I look down, it really gives me the chills that I've been seeing the cliff on how it's like in the Grand Canyon, right? It's like I really did feel the chills, and it's something so immersive that it really fools my mind that okay, this is real. But in reality, it was just the Vision Pro. Just the depth and the quality that we're getting in here is just mind-blowing. Aside from that video, there were also other videos, including a video that you're on the court side of an NBA All-Star game. I think it was on the recent NBA All-Star game, and they recorded it for the Vision Pro. It really feels like you're on the court side, okay? And when you ever look at the side, you're like, okay, here are the audience, here are the audience. Those are the players, and it really feels like the player is really in front of you. And there were a lot of POV videos as well. There was a kid on a stroller just in front of me, walking around the park, whatever. There was a dog, animals, and everything. It was so immersive. It's the most immersive experience that I had on a headset. And it's truly magical to have the Vision Pro thanks to its display and combination with its sensors. So what can I say about the Vision Pro? Basically, it's one word. It was magical. Yeah, I know. I keep on repeating magical because that is the only word that I can use to describe my experience with the Apple Vision Pro. And if you're worried about how comfortable it is or how heavy it is, it's actually not that heavy. I was using a strap for the back of my head, so the headset is over here, and there was a strap over at the back of my head and the top of my head. It doesn't fall up to my head. The fitting was so good on this one, and I didn't have any problems with comfortability with the Apple Vision Pro. And the build quality of the Vision Pro is so good, like the 3D glasses, the metal, it's very Apple. Once you hold it, you already know that it's made by Apple. That's like the engineering and also the architecture of the design of the headset. It's very, very Apple. And if you're wondering about the battery, there's a battery in it. It's like a power bank that is actually strapped into the headset, and then the wire goes at the back of my head, then down to my pocket. Honestly, when I use it for like 15 or 10 minutes, I forgot that I had the battery with me. It's not that annoying as long as you have a pocket with you. And lastly, the UI and experience was easy to adapt because it's basically the UI and the graphics of what we have seen on the iOS and also the iPadOS. The uniformness of the UI of the iOS, the macOS, and also the iPadOS makes it easier for me to adapt visionOS. And me, I'm a techie. I mean, I've experienced a lot of tech products before, so I'm not the benchmark when it comes to that. But for most consumers, I believe that whenever they use the Apple Vision Pro for the first time, they won't have any problems navigating to it. It's basically almost the same with the iPadOS. I mean, there's the menu and everything whenever you open the Photos app, the UI, the placement of the buttons and everything. It's very much similar to the one on the iPadOS and also on the iOS. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to try other applications, but if you have some games on the Apple Arcade that you always play, like NBA, or you have some iPad and iOS games, you could actually run that on the Vision Pro, which is quite interesting. Now, the disappointing part, the pricing. The price is the only thing that I didn't like about it. I mean, yes, I keep on repeating it's magical. It's something that I would love to experience again. It's better than going to a theme park, in my case. But it's 5,000 Canadian dollars. And yes, I'm gonna put below what is the conversion for that in Philippine pesos to my Filipino viewers. And it is extremely expensive. But I am not surprised because this is a first generation device. This is a device that we haven't seen before. There's nothing comes close to this one. And if you want to talk about the Meta Quest or other AR glasses that I've experienced before, no, it isn't the same with the Vision Pro, because what I've experienced with the Vision Pro, the sensors, the display, the UI, the experience is so different and so immersive. It's the most immersive headset that I've ever tried, and I wish to see a more affordable headset like this, like the Vision Air, if they're gonna have that, because spatial computing is definitely the next generation of computing. Imagine you have your computer, your smartphone just in your glasses, just like Tony Stark. And as for productivity, you could actually use the Vision Pro along with your Mac for your external monitor. You could have a large panoramic monitor in front of you, and then also the Mac with you, the Mac's display. But yeah, the Apple Vision Pro is basically immersive. It's magical. It's something that I haven't seen before. This is a technology that Apple is. It's probably the most exciting technology that I've seen from Apple, aside from the iPhone. This might start the spatial computing race. I'm not sure. It's not selling that well according to some people, but I believe that the spatial computing could be the future. And Apple is getting ahead of the game with the Apple Vision Pro. Now, if you want to try the Apple Vision Pro, you can actually go to the nearest Apple store. I'm not really familiar on what territories it is available right now, but I believe it's mostly first world countries. And in the Philippines, I believe Singapore has it. Here in Canada, almost all Apple stores, you could experience that as long as you book an appointment, or there's no appointment in it, and just walk in, just like what I did. But yeah, that was my experience of the Apple Vision Pro. It was magical, it was amazing, and I would like to try it again. So yeah, I guess that's for our video. So if you like this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, and of course, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and be sure to click that subscribe button along with that bell button to get notified of our latest videos here in my YouTube channel. So once again, I am JamOnline.ph. Thank you for watching, and see you guys again in my next video.